Lo-fi old man feature. AI in music. This is my take, my 2 cents worth. Take 1. Human guidance. Let's give a listen to some AI slap. This is a soul version of AC/DC's Back in Black. Some will say this is sacrilege. Some will say a great song is a great song, no matter what genre it is. And others will say that this would be nice if it wasn't AI assisted. But even if AI was used to create this, clearly there was some human guidance. This Jose Augusto dos Santos Jr. Not only did he produce it, but he also added background vocals. And for anyone who knows a thing or two about music production, that in itself takes effort. Choosing instruments, adding this and removing that, and so on. Singing, even just background vocals, takes effort also. And just for giggles, I attempted to use some AI music apps, and then I remembered, oh wait, I've used AI also. In my case, it was to cut out some background noise, balance out louder and softer notes, and so on. I could have turned that off and fooled around with the EQ, but the AI was good enough and probably did a better job than I would have. So how much AI is AI slop? When is it no longer art? Even if AI was to do all the writing and composing, there's still a human behind the computer selecting this and that. There's still human guidance. Granted, it's more like editing and mixing like a DJ, but a human being is making music, just not in the traditional sense we know. I leave it to you to make that discernment how much AI is too much, because whether we like it or not, AI is here to stay. Take 2. Artist pushback. The artist will argue. That's why this is a masterpiece, because the artist took a lot of effort and skill to create it. But if Leonardo da Vinci had lived in this century, wouldn't he be using AI also? 33 years ago, I was one of the first of my batch to learn CAD. Is CAD computer-aided design, or is it computer-aided drafting? Do I do the design and CAD is a tool, or is CAD designing for me? Today, as an architect, all my tools are digital. CAD, sketching, rendering, and I would give credit to those tools for helping me in my architectural practice. Was there a trade-off with those digital tools? Of course. This is my penmanship today. In my first job as a draftsman, I was the go-to guy to do freehand drawings. As Adam Neely puts it, my penmanship and freehand drawing abilities has been de-skilled. Will I ever go back to freehand drawings? Maybe if I retire and tour my country and make real pen and ink drawings of my country's churches, something like that. But if you ask me to design a hospital today, I'd go back to my digital tools. Do I feel that my 5 years of bachelor's education and 2 years of master's degree is a waste because I was too early for the digital tools? Not really. On the contrary, you'll have to drag me kicking and screaming to go back to manual drafting. I would find that absurd considering all the tools that I have now are making me design faster, better, and more efficiently. I dare say that a musician with years of music theory and training would be more prepared to use AI tools than an amateur like me. 33 years ago, I wasn't sure how all this CAD would impact my work, but I don't regret embracing this technology. That said, my renderer has AI, and I kind of know what it does, but I don't know how to use it because I haven't found the need for it. Meaning, I don't need to know everything about this technology. I just need to know it will fulfill my current purpose. If I need it, I will learn it and probably forget about it again. There are differences between architecture and music, but I hope you get the point. AI won't go away. We might as well make use of it. We just need to tread carefully. In 1665, Johannes Vermeer used a very deep blue named natural ultramarine which was very expensive because this was made by grinding the gemstone lapis lazuli to create that deep blue. Even though it was very expensive, he embraced this new color and made art out of it. Okay, AI isn't as pretty as natural ultramarine, but it's up to us to make the most out of AI. Take 3. Copyright. If you use AI to make music, do they own part of the copyright? If AI used existing music tracks to learn its tools, shouldn't it also pay copyright fees for the songs it studied? I'm sure the gatekeepers of music copyright are already smelling the blood in the water. My renderer charges me subscription for using it, but it has no ownership of the design of my projects, and none of my tools have ever suggested that they have any interest in the copyright of my designs. Musicians might need to tread carefully on the copyright terms of the AI they use, and I'd bet these would be hidden in teeny tiny fine print. Can you imagine if Gibson sold guitars that have a cut to the copyright of our songs, or a pedal, or an amp? I guess that an AI app that will offer use without copyright issues will win out. They will say, relax, music AI is just very sophisticated MIDI. Feel free to use it without fear of copyright issues. Just pay me a subscription fee. Take 4. Taste and fun.
Let's do a little experiment. Anyone who thinks he or she has bad taste, please raise your hand. Right.
Because taste is personal, it is never right or wrong. However, we can try comparing our tastes with others. And if more people agree with our tastes, then it might mean that we have something in common with more people. Not that it would matter personally, right? Right? It also matters how people use music. Some just fill the silence while they are doing something. Others use music to entertain and inspire them. To each his own. But what music means to us informs us how we create our own music. Someone who has music to inspire them and lift their spirits will write differently compared to someone who just likes some kind of elevator music running in the background. No disrespect to elevator music. The attraction of AI is, hey, you've got good taste. I'm giving you an opportunity for you to make music that fits perfectly to your taste, even if you can't sing or play an instrument. Sounds more like a DJ than a musician, right? No disrespect to the DJs. Taste is learning to like and dislike from a library that is large as possible over a long period of time. And in the roughly 80 years of aired and recorded music, 99% have been made by humans playing instruments. Until such time that the library is appended and there is more AI music than human music, I don't think tastes will change too much. As an architect, I know how it feels to be in front of my laptop 48 hours a week creating my designs. And now I'm trying to stay away from carpal tunnel syndrome and a sore back because of that. My architecture doesn't feel like hard work, but it's not fun either. Fun is picking up the guitar and learning a new song. Fun is defeating a boss on the computer and picking up shiny loot. To have more fun while creating music using AI compared to the traditional way is arguable. To say that creating AI music is like playing a video game is doubtful. I know my video games. This was my first video game in 1992, and this is the video game I'm playing today. In gaming, we have a term called farming, where we play a scene over and over in the hope of getting the best loot possible. We do the challenge like 20 to 30 times over and over and hope that the loot, usually a rare weapon, has the perfect specs and stats for that weapon. Is it fun? No. But we go through it hoping for the perfect reward. So if AI music is like a video game, do I cycle the AI over and over, hoping that it will provide me the perfect guitar solo? Sounds plausible, but does it sound fun? I might as well pick up a real guitar and find my own way. And today, I'm sure many musicians are spent a lot of time in front of the laptop mixing and editing even without AI. So AI is simply taking it to a higher level. Unfortunately for me, a senior citizen, my ears have been so used to music done the old way, the rasp of Janis Joplin or Tom Waits, or the brilliance of Boston or Polyphia, that AI generated music sounds too sterile for me. The electronic drum has its uses, but an album full of electronic drums would sound boring to my ears. But that's just my taste. Probably in the next 50 years, when people have stopped playing an acoustic or electric guitar, or tried harmonizing or singing a higher octave, when people's ears are so accustomed to AI generated music, maybe people's tastes will change. Can AI music be any good? Probably. But is it authentic? Take 5. Authenticity. Here's a little clip.
Should we roll it, Jimmy? We're rolling on one? Oh, one again. Gotta get this airplane on.
Not even, yeah.
Any guess what this clip is? It's from the fourth untitled Led Zeppelin album, between the songs Boogie Witch 2 and Black Country Woman. Many other bands have these little clips, whether in the song or in between songs. Can AI make this? Sure. A human can concoct this and make AI do something like this. Can he make it so authentic to fool people that this is not AI? Why even bother? Why not have somebody chuckle to the mic and record a plane flying by? And social media is very quick in catching fakers. They can dissect fast guitar runs and prove that the guitar is faking it. There are also apps ironically using AI also. They can catch if the tune is digitally generated, meaning perfect, or if it is an actual human. So how authentic can we make AI? How close can we make it to an actual human singing and playing a musical instrument? For me, why even bother? Why not I just pick up the guitar and stretch my vocal cords? I'd like to think that I can find my way around an app and the computer, but I'd rather strap on a guitar. At least that won't aggravate my carpal tunnel syndrome and sciatica. The range of human hearing ranges from 20 to 20,000 hertz. We hear all sorts of imperfections, subharmonies, reverberations. For me to make a guitar AI sound so much like the real thing is harder than just picking up the guitar and going at it. Until the human ear can no longer perceive nuances, or AI is so advanced that it can create these nuances also, I don't think I need to worry. Take 6. Disruption and distribution. Music AI is not only poking its dirty little fingers in creation and copyright, but in distribution and streaming as well. A distribution service disseminates the songs among several streaming platforms, and a streaming platform is generally an app from which we can listen to the music, usually online. As a knee-jerk reaction, both entities are quick to take down any song or album that is suspected of a fraudulent AI hack or has copyright issues, perhaps too quick, like shooting first and asking questions later. However, both entities are also slow to respond to fix songs and albums that have been wrongly taken down, and the process can take weeks or even months to reinstate the artist's playlists. The situation is bad as it is. AI simply adds to the model. Take 7. The bigger picture. Alas, I'm not good enough to discuss the bigger picture. How AI will affect the waning industry that is the recorded music business, or how the AI tech giants are positioning so that they will dominate how we create and listen to music. I really feel for all the musicians out there, where it is getting harder and harder to earn an honest buck out of their passion that is music. It's no longer practical to be just playing good music. They have to navigate through issues like royalties, distribution, intellectual property, image management, ticket prices, and market positioning. As an architect, am I worried that AI will someday replace me? I don't think that'll happen anytime soon, because the law requires that a human architect is legally responsible for his design. You know, things like the house not collapsing and killing anyone, or the cooking or heating gas will not explode. Would you rather talk to this guy or this guy if you wanted to extend your kitchen or if you could add another floor? However, I can point you to a few videos that cover music AI in more detail. One is Adam Neely giving a deep dive into the bigger issues of AI music. Another is Venus theory, who demonstrates in real time how easy it is for fraudulent AI to pollute an artist's playlist. And then there is Benn Jordan, who is showing ways on how to protect our songs from AI. There may be other good videos, but these are the ones I watched. The important thing is to do our own research and then make up our own minds. Take 8. Be not afraid. As this entity says, be not afraid. We are living in very strange times. We are more divided as a global community from, say, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. We are too sensitive, too angry, too adversarial, and we react in a manner that seems to be less polite than 19th century England. We refuse to listen and then take a position and react immediately. There is no discourse, no fact checking, no sharing of ideas. The truth is no longer important. All that matters is the narrative and being empowered to enforce that narrative. It seems harder and harder to stand up for what we believe in without getting threatened, sued, shot, beaten, or jailed. Everyone wants a piece of our money, our identity, without any reciprocity. If you can't feed your family out of your work, that's your problem. But I'd like your food choices, your fashion choices, your sneaker choices, even without your permission. But there is hope. The music community is a relatively chill community. Almost everybody is friends with almost everybody else, and there's more respect than anger. We call out the fakers and move on. In short, we can come together on issues we feel strongly about and then take a position that will benefit the majority. Music unites. How will I approach music AI? Well, I can sing, play guitar and bass, but I know nothing about drums. What's that big drum standing on its side? Yeah, oh yeah, a bass drum or a kick drum. I had to Google that. I'm planning to write my first song this year and probably be looking for an app to help me with the drums. Will there be AI in it or not? I'm not quite sure. But I'll be sure to check if there is any and if there are any copyright issues. And as far as I'm concerned, AI will stay whether we like it or not. Is it the future of music? For me, nope. This is the future of music. Meanwhile, I'll just keep playing,